La 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 la.
Can you hear me?
Wow.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Wicked Game. It is Wicked Wednesday, so we're playing the Lighthouse of Eisodos. We're playing Dungeons and Dragons, guys. Hello. I'm Lydia. This is Nikki. That's Michelle. I think I'm doing this the right way. That's Tom.
No.
Welcome. Let's get through these announcements. Once again, we have some stuff to address in game. So, our gorgeous mods: Sweet Poison, Automatic Flash, Rooney Runes. Thank you.
Straight killing it.
You're straight killing it here and on the Discord. What joy. Now, tomorrow, Dragon Age, normal time, come watch us. Just get so infuriated. I think now it's about clips of me and Michelle like doing that constantly. It's just anger. It's just
Pure rage.
Pure rage. Pure, absolute
Tomato
romantic
pure
frustration. So that will be just 2 hours of us getting neck strain. And then also, as always, we like to shout out Dice and the Slice, who I think it was last week was the release of episode 2 of Wicked Slice. And so next week will be the 3rd. And, it's just the editing's so good, guys.
Oh, it's so good.
Really, really enjoying it. And it can't be that long before we're going to be heading into the Andromeda. Not that I'm biased or anything, but like the little kind of side track that we took with Andromeda. So tune in for that.
Yeah. Wicked Slice. Yeah. But
you guys are great. But
onto what we're all waiting for. Yeah.
I'm a bit special. Also, some other heroes, they were yesterday and every other Tuesday, they do a great campaign that is very Feywild inspired. And then this coming Sunday will be Michelle's last guest appearance on their other campaign. So Skia, who we've all basically grown to get to attach to, will be making her final appearance there.
Skia is gonna flee her.
Tom, be kind to yourself.
I would like you to be kind to me, even though I made that terrible joke, because I'm fragile.
Yeah. While Nikki, you've got an announcement, and I have to go because somebody's at my door ringing my doorbell.
Go. So I have. It's not really an announcement, more so that with the four of us. Also, Lydia forgot because their doorbell didn't ring. But yeah, some of the heroes, go check them out.
Yes.
Like, they're in chat. Click
Go.
on their name in chat and then press follow.
They are incredible.
We are noted Dungeons and Dragons enjoyers on this show. Noted. Enjoy
I hated
maybe.
that.
We do play. And we also enjoy a lot of very good indie TTRPGs. We played just an absolute plethora of Eisodos. Definitely check them out. One that is coming out by a friend of ours, Sandy, is called Darkest Days, and it is inspired by like Dark Souls and Bloodborne, and it's going to be going to Kickstarter. It's not on Kickstarter yet. They've got like a pre-launch page. Go and check it out. Tell them we sent you. It looks grey. People we know have played it.
Like say, G has played it and says it's really great and it's really fun. So check it out.
You're basically playing like reborn heroes of old. So it's nice. It's got that good like gothic, like fantasy, like dark, other adjectives. Guys,
check it out.
Check it out.
That's your vibe. Check it out.
Let's support independent creators. We love it all.
Absolutely.
But that's it from me.
Cool.
Do I get to say it this time? Nikki, roll the thing.
No, you don't, because I haven't done previously on yet.
Fuck.
I know.
Absolute lemon.
So, previously on the Lighthouse of Eisodos.
Roll the tape. Roll the tape.
It's just like sun over and over and over again in your face.
Redact it. Redact, please.
Mav and Cece were desperately trying to find a way to bring back Elle, who had been killed by a mysterious elf. They decided that the only way to do this was by jailbreaking this mysterious man under the island. On the way there, they found this ancient chamber with a skeleton of the original founder of the island, the guy that made it. And so they got all sorts of good, sweet lore. And then they finally go and find that wretched man. And after some detective work and some nerve-wracking, like, cut the blue wire moments, they freed him. And this man did help bring back their dead friend. So we get Elle back, who had spent a day chatting to the ghost of said skeleton founder in a kind of heavenly anteroom. And so the gang was back together and all seemed well until Oscar, the newly released man, revealed himself. He had lied somewhat to Mav, who was enamored with him, and he was in fact a fallen angel who had betrayed his god and was trying to avoid hell, which is usually where fallen angels go, and wanted to instead try and build some kind of following on the prime material plane, and figured that who better to do it with him than his son. Maverick spells. And Mav was delighted with the whole situation. You can't deny it anymore. It cannot be ignored. Mav, took it really well and vomited a lot. And so Oscar left him to have a bit of a think about things. And that is where we left off. Nikki, roll the thing. Welcome to the Iridian Empire. This sprawling land is led by Emperor Julian II. You do not find us in the hustle and bustle of Iridian cities, with the push and pull of politics and law and order, nor in the dusty plains with the whispered prayers from farmers' lips, nor the treacherous Sierras. You do not find us in the northern jungles, the eastern deserts, or the southern wilds. Today, you find us in the westernmost part of the Iridian Empire. If you were to dust off a very particular and long-forgotten history book, you might read about a powerful arcanist who commanded the very seabed to rise up and form itself into a cluster of idyllic islands as a gift to his beloved and first emperor of Iridia. On the northernmost bluff of these islands, a lighthouse was formed from stone and crystal, a beautiful beacon to all that enter the empire's waters, reminding them that they are now embraced by the borders of the greatest civilization that has ever been. These islands were named Eisodos din Iridia, or the Mouth of Iridia, but most people just called it Eisodos. Every year a new community was curated to care for the lighthouse and the islands, a dozen or two people that would bask in the paradise of this constructed archipelago. Their only law was that the light must never go out. Your history book might tell you this, and it might even tell you of the rumours of those that returned from the islands blessed and changed. But those are just bard songs and tittle-tattle, and only a fool would take them at face value. For now the year is Epoch of Julian 26, and you could count on one set of hands the people that knew of Eisodos. The centuries have slowly worn the memory of this place from people's minds like etched writing on a lichen-covered tombstone. Each year, fewer and fewer people came to the island, and those employed to recruit found themselves hardly caring, and so we find only 3 caretakers brought for the task. Only 3 lighthouse keepers to farm and maintain and live on Eisodos for a full year. El is a wood elf, with peaceful eyes and a great attachment to his friend Jacques, a crab he saved from a trap. El took this job for his crustacean friend as a treat away from the hubbub of towns and cities. Then there's the beautiful half-elf known as Cece, full of wit and vivacity. It wasn't long ago that she was addressed as Lady Cecilia Arcavia. If you asked her, she might find it hard to explain how she got here, or what happened that day on the ship when she was saved from the brink of death by a mysterious being. And finally, Maverick Spells, known by many as Mav. The dazzling and renowned author has many volumes to his name that could raise your pulse and bring a flush to your cheek. He tells himself he's on a grand writer's retreat, but sometimes Maverick is not completely honest with himself. There is talk of an elderly hermit that wanders a dilapidated temple, a permanent member of the island thought to be a worshipper of Tiesh, the god of tempests. Our lighthouse keepers cannot yet know what the island has in store for them. They only know that they've been promised paradise and a year away from their lives. Lives that, for whatever reason, they left behind. Welcome to Wicked Games, the Lighthouse of Eisodos.
Whey!
Wait.
We were all ready and prepared for that, for sure.
We were prepped.
So prepped.
So,
Prepared.
Mav,
Lydia.
with the taste of vomit in your mouth, you see Oscar walking away from the homestead as he said that he would. He's going to spend some time on the Temple Island to give you some space. What do you do?
Hide. Just hide until he's gone. Like young me in a ball pit when the large people in mascot costumes came around to sing happy birthday to me. I hid up to my eyeballs in the waves until he's gone, and then run back to the homestead.
Can I get a quick, just so that we're a really good visual image, can I get a stealth check, please?
Of course, Lydia. Fuck it. Why not? Excuse my language.
What, now? Excuse your language. How long have we been doing this, you fucking idiot?
I honestly thought Lydia was going to come out with way more steam than idiot there. I was sort of like bracing myself to like cut the string.
That was an 18.
An 18. Cool. And did you say you're right? And you said you ran to the sea, or
So at the end of last session, I ran to the sea, full on Peter Griffin crying.
Oh, yes, so you did.
Flapping my arms behind me, and sort of plunged into the ocean for a moment of absolution in the waves. But yes, so I sort of duck under for a second as he moves past, and then kind of think a little bit about what was actually said besides just son.
Wonderful. So you're contemplating that. It is it's sort of a nice day today. It is not overly hot yet, but there's a brisk wind and it's sunny. And you know that
I fully thought it was like nighttime.
No.
It makes the fact that I ran out and just plunged myself face first into the sea all the funnier.
Yeah.
Incredible.
It is the afternoon, and Cece and Al, I think at some point you'll be returning back, having done a essentially what you do in a day's work, whether it is, I know Cece does an awful lot of things like harvesting salt or water related things, and Elle, you do a lot of fishing and foraging and that kind of stuff. So whatever it is that you think, you're probably at around this time coming back to the homestead with whatever you've harvested or blah blah blah, and you may well pass what is now a very tall, strong Oscar, who doesn't even, he sort of looks, he gives you eye contact, but he doesn't stop to chat. He just walks straight past.
I mean, Oscar, I just wanted to.
Yes.
Where'd you get that sword?
Oh, I'm very glad that you brought that up. This is actually my sword.
Oh.
Before I was imprisoned, during the fight with Elska, I dropped it in the ocean, and I've spent the last few weeks looking for it in the ocean, and I found it.
Now,
it's pretty good.
I mean, I appreciate the need for kind of something akin to a weapon for utility. Like I would maybe refer to my bow as a tool, but it's an awful big blade, and I was just sort of wondering your intentions with it.
He just starts playing with it like, this blade is an extension of who I am, Elle. I've fought in heavenly wars with this blade. It has been hard to be separated from it. Would you not wish to be reunited with your bow if you dropped it in the ocean?
Well, I mean, I could make another. I mean, I'm to, these things kind of.
He just lifts up off the ground and a fair few feet above where you are, still swinging his sword, and he goes, well, I could not just make another one of these. So I'm very happy to have it back. Good evening to you both. And he flies off over the ridge, westwards.
Bye.
I mean, that felt like a lot. I mean, I just.
What? He seems cool. Like he saved your life. Or he brought you back.
No, I know, and I appreciate that, and
And look, Mav likes him, so we gotta be nice to him.
I know, and I think that's maybe he just kind of feels like he's grown a bit hostile over the past few weeks, and it's only Mav's interest in him that kind of keeps me from saying something about his kind of like hostility, and he's kind of been treating the place like a hotel, and I just don't think that's fair on all the work y'all do to be so hospitable.
I do get it, but also he was like imprisoned and stuff. I think we should just lots of people here are like weird. Like you may not always agree with other people, but you gotta just like get along, right? So I think while we're on the island, we just gotta like all get along. Yeah.
I mean, for Mav's sake, I think we can kind of. But I just wanted to say that I see that maybe he's kind of taking more than his fair share, and maybe not contributing to kind of providing, and like.
We need to kill him. We need to kill him now.
Oh my god! Did you just come running out of the ocean?
Yes, that's not
You're
important.
fully clothed, Mav. What's going on?
He's dangerous, and we need to dispose of him very quickly.
What?
He wants to create a cult
Oh.
on the island, using himself as an idol, and I think we need to get rid of him, eradicate him from this mortal plane, now.
What do you mean get rid? Like what's happened?
I mean,
Ex-
I feel like he's going to be
expunge-
hard pressed to form a cult on the island, considering it's just the three of us, and I ain't joining the cult.
Oh,
Yeah, not
please
again.
don't say things like hard pressed when talking about him. Look, it's very apparent that he has grown in that he's grown in power since we have been here. Since he has been freed, is that not correct?
Yeah, he's got like bigger, I guess you could say.
And he just found his sword.
Yeah, he said something about he's found his sword, which is like.
He's swinging around so recklessly, like he's going to, he's going to hit someone with that thing.
But like,
Ooh.
Here's the thing. Okay, let's just say you're right. We need to get rid of him or whatever, right? Elska fought him and struggled and trapped him underground, and she nearly killed us in like one move. So what makes you think we can fight him anyway? I think we just have to get along.
He has been growing in power, and I agree. We could not deal with Elska. My hope, and I really do hope this, that my hope is that he has not grown to his full potential yet. He was weakened in a weakened state 2 days ago. I can only assume that he has longer to go, and the longer we wait, the closer he will get to Elska's power.
You think he's going to continue getting like longer and thicker and harder?
Elrond, please. Look, I think we need to go back to the homestead and just think about this. Just think about what I have just said to you. I am not lying when I say he came to me and.
See, this is kind of he must have said something real strange, because I thought you two were getting real close, like
Yeah, you really
thick as
like him.
thieves.
Oh goodness. He's my.
Is he what?
He's your friend. You.
He's my. He's my daddy.
Oh,
He's my. Look,
what?
he seems to think that we're related.
Is this like part of like a culty thing? Like he's like, I'm your father, but like
You're all my
father to-
children, kind of
yeah,
thing.
Is that
right?
I really hope it is.
Oh,
I don't think it is. Look, he came to me and explained that he has been on this mortal plane for a long time, and that he knew my mother. And now that I really think about it, he said my name when I first met him. When we first saw each other, he said my actual name, the one that was used at my birth. And
Oh, so see, when you say that, I'm like, well, Maverick said he was real famous and whatnot, so I assume people know your name. But if this is so what is your name?
and I tell you my name.
Dakos.
Andakos is my given name. Not many people know that, and he appears to be one of them.
Okay.
He informed me that he wished to amass power here, and to grow a following, and to hopefully ascend to godhood. And he asked me to be his right hand. Oh He asked me to be his man on the. Oh. He asked me to be a lieutenant. I suppose.
Oh. Oh, that's not.
So you would kind of be directly underneath them.
I turn around and walk back towards the homestead.
I'm questioning whether or not to reveal that what I've been foraging are those incredibly phallic, like bulbous mushrooms. Just be like,
Fucking hell.
All right, okay.
fucking hell.
We.
Well, you follow him back to the homestead where up until like half an hour ago, Mav had been furiously writing at a table on the ground floor, and all of that. The open book is still there. The papers, the quill and ink.
What were you? Because did you get any books out of the library?
Yeah, what are you writing? What's he writing?
I very quickly sort of hide the writing away. It's not quite ready yet.
All right.
I will.
You want to push that, Cece, or are you happy to? Are you going to respect his boundaries?
I think she tries to like pick out some words to like, she's a fan. She's excited.
Well, first off, let's have a fun little Dex off. A little a
Dex off for Harambe. What, sleight of hand?
Yeah, you sleight of hand, and I think
Acrobatics or
yeah, acrobatics to CC. I mean, as acrobatic as is.
I got a 7. I didn't see what you got, Mav.
I got a 13.
Oh. Oh, all right.
Well, I'd say, both of you have such terrible passive perception, but Cece, I think you probably, having tried to look and then been denied, you at least know that he is keeping it from you.
All right. I'll wait until it's done, or at least first draft is done.
I promise you can proofread.
Oh my goodness, thank you. All right.
Back to the
Yes.
the point at hand.
Yes.
My father is here on this island and is trying to become a god.
Okay.
What's up with that?
Yeah, like, is it, I don't really know a whole bunch of stuff, but like, surely there's lots of people out there that are like, I want to become a god. Like, just because you want it doesn't mean you can. And like, if all he's got
but
is
not a
us
fucking
three,
terrorist.
like, even if us three all like go, yeah, all right, we'll worship you. Like, that's still not enough to become a god, right?
Well, I mean, this is the start, right? Like, I mean, so way back, like, I know people that, like, towns and stuff where, like, maybe it was a few hundred years back now, but, like, some people's, all of their kind of combined knowledge is delivered orally. Like, they just remember it, right? And so, I'm while I may be indifferent to or inexperienced within the kind of the world that Maverick moves in, and by all accounts, Cece, you're something of a highfalutin.
I'm sorry, what am I?
A highfalutin
Balloon?
something or other.
I
Here's the
am
thing.
amazing.
I'm not sort of in that world, so I worry about using a word that maybe will offend you. But what I'm saying is, if Maverick was on board and he was to spread the gospel, as it were, and you were on board and you were to kind of pull whatever strings you and your hands have access to,
does travel fast.
I mean, that could do something. I mean, I don't know really what he could do with me or Jax, but I mean, maybe that's not really. I mean, it seems like he's mostly interested in you, Mav, and you have a degree of kind of like notoriety.
I suppose my initial fear also is that whilst we are on an island that is in the middle of nowhere, it is an island that every single year people come to. Every single year, a new boat of people arrive, and every single year, that means potentially more followers. Oscar is obviously not chained to this mortal plane as we are. He has been around for generations upon generations. Yes, this journey to godhood might start slowly, but it will start. And a seed only grows.
I mean, Elle goes to say something, and it's like, this is...
Mav, would you like to roll a history check? Because I know that I said everything at the, there was a certain kind of hysteria that set in at the end of last week, and then we signed up pretty quickly.
Thank you. That's 21.
I think, probably while you were hiding in the water and really just sort of trying to gather your thoughts, there were a few key phrases that Oscar said that stuck with you. And one of them is that first of all, he wants to use the power that's in the island to elevate him, as well as then you heading out from the island and recruiting people to come and give him, essentially he needs supplication, as do so many gods, to bring back to the island. But he is wanting to use the power of the island to kind of like launch him in a ritual. But not that he said ritual, but you wouldn't know how that works. And there was something else that has just flown out of my head. Damn, gone.
Roll a history check, Lydia.
I want to roll a real life history check and talk to my DM, who could remind me.
Could you imagine if when you turned around and put your arm out there, just a person that no one in chat had ever seen before just walked onto it, and like this was the meta, like we as Wicked Game people, this is not who we're actors and
My
we're
name's
playing.
not Michelle.
No,
God, that would be something to pull out.
An enormous long con.
I'm
to your...
Miriam Margolyes. Like I am noted character actress Miriam Margolyes.
Yeah, I think that's. Oh yes, he is no longer welcome in heaven, and he doesn't want to deal with the complexities and hierarchies and rules and contracts of hell. So he figures, let's take the material plane.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I relay all of that information. I think I say he spoke to me about Tersh as a god that I've not heard him spoken about as he spoke about him. Were you there for that? I'm so sorry. My ears are still ringing with the.
I mean, I wasn't there for that. I was kind of,
Yeah.
Yes.
He said that, I think we're all caught up now. I think we've had enough conversation.
We've had enough conversation. Let's kill the bastard.
Let's go.
Well, can I actually?
Yeah.
Do y'all mind accompanying me to the other island? I know that's where he is, but
is he going to take Elska's house?
I mean, maybe, but I'm not in the business of dealing with deeds.
Also, there was nothing in there anyway. I went and looked.
It's sort of against my whole beliefs to own land, but that's a whole other thing.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, like I want to go to The Ab Shrine,
And you want us to come with you?
please.
Yeah. Look, how about we'll
course.
stick together for that. Also, quick question. It was all a bit tense, and we were worried about elves surviving and stuff. Did we really mess up the lighthouse, or is it still going?
Well, that's an interesting thing, isn't it?
It's
'Cause
still
the-
Shining video, right?
Still The Shining.
Yes,
Still
Lydia.
what?
That's yes. We're still playing the
Isaac
TTRPG of the
Nixon.
film The Shining.
Come and play with us.
It's the TTRPG of the film of the book The Shining.
No, is the lighthouse still going?
It is still shining. Yeah, God, that would be a real like. I mean, I know you guys don't have great passive perception, but I would hope that one of you would have noticed if the lighthouse had gone out. And no, it's still shining.
Okay. I meant after when you
Yeah.
were dead.
Yeah.
Then yeah.
But you
let's-
didn't stick around down there, so you don't know,
the state of
what's going on down there anymore.
Well, let's. All right. Yeah, we'll come with you. Why are we coming over here?
Well, I wanted to go to the Av Shrine, but what I don't want to do is get killed. So,
Oh yeah.
you know,
I think we should all go.
a man, a Dio wants Dio. It was Dio.
Dio.
Deo.
Dio.
DYO.
Yeah. He was very adamant that the island is keen on teaching lessons. So, you know, maybe it's that I shouldn't be so alone, or, you know, maybe it's more likely that it's the same lesson it taught him, because by all accounts, this island is extra mean to elves, which, you know, that's fun.
Oh really? I'm part elf.
That sounded like Nikki being bitter towards Lydia.
Yeah.
That's actually Elle repeating verbatim something that Deo said.
Sorry, hold on. I'll just rephrase that. That sounded like Nikki being bitter to Lydia.
I'll take it to heart.
Alright,
Yeah,
we should all
with
stick
Jax
together.
is coming.
Yeah.
Jax is obviously coming.
Obviously.
He's got an issue, and he's always coming. But no, we're gonna go to the island. We're gonna go to the Ab Shrine because Elle has done a lot of hunting in his time, and he's never had to hunt a celestial.
Oh, all right. Okay.
So whenever you go do a hunt that you might be unfamiliar with, maybe the shrine will provide some knowledge.
Okay. All right. I'll try and look. I'll be honest. I feel completely out of my depth. This is definitely something.
I'm mostly
that
just
my
asking
wife
for a
would do.
chaperone. Like, I don't need y'all to kind of get in. I mean, you're welcome to get involved, but it probably wouldn't come across as.
Oh, so you can just kill him on your own? Oh,
No,
great.
I mean the shrine part.
Oh.
I mean, I'm liable to need a bit of help. But yeah, we're gonna get on a boat. Jackson is gonna pull an old row, so we're gonna make that fucking double speed.
Nice. It would. I mean, you're fairly strong. You're the strongest of all of them. Jax is even a little bit stronger than you, and so I'd say, you know, it would ordinarily take probably an hour, but it probably takes you know, about 40 minutes.
Fun update
because
to D&D Beyond, by the way. If you're a ranger and you put in a ranger companion as your pet, it auto does all the stuff now.
Oh, that's
that's
cool.
a good little update.
Yeah, I wish it
Well done,
happened,
D&D
you know,
Beyond.
maybe a few months ago, but
Yeah.
it does mean his AC is now 21, but, you know, it's,
Yeah, I noticed that.
yeah.
So you get to the other side. You know, I think this is nice. You guys have so rarely done things, you know, other than the last time you came to see Elska on this island when you came all together. It feels good to sort of stick together as a team, and you walk up the beach northways from where you hit the island, past the building temple of Tish, and further on where there are, I don't know if any of the other, I mean, you will have explored the island somewhat, but this island has little shrine after little shrine after little shrine, like where the forest becomes dunes and then into the water. Sort of every like 50 meters or so, there is another little shrine in its own particular shape, according to which of the gods is there, and there are quite a few. And about second in, is Av, the Swift Maiden. Little bowl at the bottom, and very crude engravings of a winged fox on it.
So before I even look at the bowl, like as I'm walking over, I'm gonna grab out my bag and I'm gonna get like the turkey feathers, like the flight feathers, flight feathers from a turkey, because they still have them. They're just not a thing. No one cares. And like bundle them with twine, so it's like quite a sizable wad of like turkey feathers, and with the intention of putting that into because I can only use so many fucking turkey feathers. Like,
One man.
yeah, I'm one man. And yeah, and then is there anything in the bowl?
No,
I didn't expect it to be, but you know,
Worth a check.
God's work in many ways. I'm gonna put the bundle of turkey feathers in, and then be like, so I'm gonna kind of do my thing. Just to be warned, this is mostly where the kind of Dandelion ghost people attack me. So if you can kind of keep an eye out and I'm just gonna like kneel down in front of the shrine, like, and like hands on my knees, and just kind of like commune with the hunt.
You have to thrust with it.
And Jax is going to help Cece. All right. Just with whatever.
I've got my sword out. Cece is ready to attack. Like she's darting her eyes around. Like.
Can you please roll for me an advantage religion check?
Oh, God.
We believe in you.
I'm so bad at religion.
What about your character?
Also bad at religion. Hey, when I first moved to Norwich, I actually started looking for a church at one point. That's kind of the mental state I was in. I was looking for a Greek Orthodox church. Fucking, that's bad.
Oh, what was it?
A 3.
With
Advantage. Woof.
I mean, if you can make it a wisdom religion, it would be a 9, because...
No.
No, I don't.
It is wild that religion isn't wisdom.
Yeah, I fucking hate it.
Yeah. I guess it's like book learnt religion rather than whatever. Yeah, you... I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like your relationship with the Swift Maiden has been sort of practical in nature rather than getting down on your knees and praying to her. And as you spend a bit of time communing with this shrine, it sort of occurs to you that this has come easier to you previously, and right now it sort of feels a bit forced. It's been a couple of weeks since you were brought back by, not unnotably, I don't know if the music's too loud, but it is certainly loud for me. You were brought back by a being of a different god, which could well be disrupting things for you, but
I think
you don't get a really good sense of anything.
I think in my mind, and you can correct me if I'm wrong.
Sure.
Like, worship of Av is very practical.
Yeah.
Because it is like, I suppose more often than not, people who go on a hunt might go to the Av shrine first, and it's more of like entering the zone. Do you know what I mean? You know when you like psych yourself up for the hunt sort of thing. You know, Lydia, all those hunts you go on.
Famously, someone that likes to kill animals.
Like in my mind, that's more like it's more of a kind of like entering a Zen state. So it's more meditative, and like we said, like the worship is very practical in that you leave. It's like take a penny, leave a penny, but for like hunting supplies. So
we're talking Amazons and Artemis as opposed to Athena and her sort of
yeah.
I mean, if anything, you'd feel like you'd be given. You don't feel like you've made a connection at all, but you would feel probably less likely to suddenly gain knowledge than you would be to find an object in the bowl the next day that might, but you don't feel like you made a connection today. So
Yeah, I don't think they pray, but I think it's very much a case of it's like take a moment in deference.
Yeah.
And I think while if this was like a cleric who rolled this 3, it might for another god, or like if he was like, I cannot remember their name for the nature god that you kind of like, not Brinan, the other one, the one whose thing is a daisy.
The goddess of peace god. Now I can't remember it either. Let's say no, that's endurance. I think it's Mia, the god of
Yes.
Lydia, you have too many gods.
No. But yeah, so if he was worshipping like that kind of god, then it might feel more severe. But I think this feels like maybe a bit disappointing. But there is also a practical element to a hunt that he needs to. Maybe he's also sort of gone. Oh, maybe we need to do some book learning.
I mean, why don't you give me an insight? Oh God, I've got kidding all of a sudden.
I didn't like that at all.
No fucking reason. An insight.
21.
General. A 1?
21.
Oh, a 21. I was really thinking that you had finally lost your like years-long streak
Can you
of rolling.
imagine?
It's my one thing. 21. You sit there and you go, oh God, I'm probably gonna have to hit the library, or maybe we're just, like the book learning thing has never been your bag, and then you realize there is someone who would be able to tell you information that knows you're the person that you are, the thing that you are hunting so well, has in fact been hunting them herself for which time is not an issue, but for her whole life almost. And that would be how you would gain insight on your quarry. Your favorite person, our favorite person, everyone's favorite angel, Elska.
I love her. I was mad at her, but I do love her.
Does anything come and try and kill me? Like, do I get the vibe that anything's coming? Or?
You look around and you can't see anything. I mean, you can see stuff, but you don't see anything suspicious.
Maybe. Well, here's the thing. Like, whatever it was, if it's one goal or whatever, like, you know when you hear those stories of, like, ghosts and they have, like, one last thing they have to do? Well, if that ghost's unfinished business was killing you, they succeeded, so maybe they've gone now.
I mean, and I get that. I understand what you're saying, but it feels mighty personal, and I have had no interactions with this being before. So if their last unfinished business was to kill me, I mean, that feels like maybe a lot.
I'm sorry. Does it feel incredibly coincidental, like finding your long lost and estranged father in the basement of a fucking island and trying to fuck him and not succeeding, and him realizing that he's my father?
I mean,
does it sound like that?
I mean, it doesn't. Not with that voice, it don't. But now, I'm thinking, guys, that sometimes when you're looking at, and I've been this person, I've been both sides of this situation before, but sometimes when you're seeking knowledge that maybe isn't that kind of it's learned knowledge. It's not something that you can kind of like read in a book per se, but maybe something you need to kind of feel in your bones. People talk to their elders, and I'm thinking maybe this is kind of the situation we're in right now. And I ain't talking about my mom's.
Right. Okay. Alright, okay, so you're saying we need to go talk to Elska, who Joltish told me she's gone, but, I mean,
Oh, well, that's a pickle.
that is a pickle.
Now
While you work it out, I'm just going to quickly go to.
What about? Hear me out. Why don't we?
Well, she's got hidden places on this island. She took me to one once, and like I had to walk through a wall that wasn't really there.
Well, we could check that out. We could also. I don't really know what I know you told us like what Oscar said and stuff, but is it worth praying to Tersh to be like, hey, do you know where like one of your angels is? We kind of need their help. I've not really been one for praying.
I mean, no, that it sounds like it could work. I mean,
Now, in my experience, I find that these kind of gods tend to really appreciate humility and like what's another word for being genuine? Because I know
Genuine.
I know that I don't think I could really put my heart and soul into.
So a sense of verisimilitude.
No, that's a color. It's like a shade of green.
What did you just say? I don't know what she's saying.
Sincerity. That's it came to me.
Did it.
Yeah. So I know that I don't think I would be able to be genuinely sincere if I was to kind of like prostrate myself in favor of Tersh, because I've kind of sworn to the hunt.
No, I know that. I'm not saying you're like, hey, Tersh, we're gonna worship you now, but rather, I don't
hate the idea. I'm just saying that like we might need some help with that, because I know you're kind of promised to another in more ways than one, and I don't know what Mav
Sorry, what do you mean?
I mean, you're married and you're kind of got to deal with like a celestial being.
Yes, it really feels like you've got a sugar daddy.
Joltish is not a celestial being, but like
I mean,
sure.
Maverick, have you? What's your kind of proclivities when it comes to that of the divine?
I mean, honestly, I've largely felt that, divinity is in all of us.
I mean, for you, maybe quite literally so, because your dad is a fallen angel.
Well, and here lies the issue, I suppose, is that, well, look at me in the nicest possible way. It does appear that my existence in the world came post-fall, as opposed to pre. Do you think Tersh would take kindly to that? A genuine question. It's not me throwing shade.
Know. Maybe. Oh, go on.
Nikki thinks that's exactly the sort of shit that gods love. Is you betrayed me and you fell, and now your son is coming to me for help. Ooh, bitch. However, Elle doesn't know enough about gods to kind of make that.
Well, look, I mean...
Yes, Nikki, ooh, bitch is exactly what all the gods, they just like, they have brunch and they go, ooh, bitch.
Liz,
yeah.
Liz, the gods are messy bitches, and
They're
if I know
petty,
anything
yeah.
about them, they like crime, forgery, and sex. They're a messy bitch that loves drama. Like,
Yeah.
Hello, Mav.
Well, how about this, right? So we need to find Elsker, and maybe I don't know if we need to do groveling or if we can be a bit. I feel like we're gonna have to apologize a lot because, but I feel like we were justified in our actions, right? So if she does come at us, I can be like, look, I get it. We let this person out, but like we had to let them out because you didn't help us out. If you'd have just held
Us-
us down in the first place, they'd still be down there. So
Look, us mortals are famed for our curiosity.
yes,
And she gave us no insight as to
We're-
what was going on.
just mere mortals will be like, hey, we'll owe you a favour though. Also, you know, maybe, or like, you know, we'll just
Signed book.
I don't. Let's just. How about look? Let's just go check out her cottage and see if she's there. Also, I'm concerned. Like, what if Oscar's like gone after her?
Lidja,
Yes.
correct me if I'm wrong, but
Yeah.
in one of my visions, I believe I saw Elska in the shrine to Tirsch, communing with the skies or some shit. Like there was a storm. She was in her shrine, and she
You
was.
were actually incorrect. You're actually incorrect when you say that. When your bird flew over,
Yes.
she was on the north side of the island, like screaming into the waves and into the like thunder and stuff. You've seen her in the shrine before, possibly.
My metagaming knows no bounds, Lydia. It's fine. You can say no.
I think what you're remembering is the home session that
Yes.
is no longer a thing.
No longer canon.
Well, yeah, but if you had that vision of her being on the north side of the island, is it worth looking there for her?
I mean, I've said that to you, and I say, I mean, it might be worth it. I agree with you, though. I think looking for her at her abode might make sense. Hello, Lydia.
No, that's fine. I guess you didn't hear that, so that's fine.
Didn't hear
I don't-
what? Didn't hear
Don't
what?
like that.
Didn't hear nothing. Didn't hear nothing.
Don't like it.
Right. Well, it is early evening. I guess, are you going to do it tonight or tomorrow?
Well, we're on her island, right? We could
Okay.
before we head back, just check that she's not there.
In her home?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And maybe the pool. Did she show me to the pool again? I can't remember.
Which pool is that?
The shrine.
Oh,
The
the pool
shrine.
within the shrine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you have nosed around that island enough to know that within the shrine is literally a round building with ramps up to a balcony floor, and the ground floor is a pool of water that is like a gentle whirlpool. You're aware of that.
Okay. So it might be worth looking at. I say this. Let's go to her house, check she's not there. If she's not there, we'll check the shrine on our way back, and if not, we'll head home and then give it a good proper search tomorrow. How does that sound?
Excellent. Just one thing. I do believe Oscar is on this island somewhere.
Oh.
This is where he was going to, wait for.
Okay. I don't. Here's my other thing. All three of us, because I understand your both willingness to kill him, like whatever. But in order for us to survive until we do that, how about any talk of like worship or him becoming a god? We just say, love that for you. Sounds great. Just because we're saying it doesn't mean we're gonna have to actually do it. But sometimes people just need to think they can do it, and that's enough. Then maybe if we just go, yeah, you could be a great god, he may go, yeah, I could. I'm not gonna, but I could. Maybe he just needs some self-confidence. He's been locked away for ages. So all I'm saying is, let's not pick any fights, yeah? Because remember when we picked a fight with Elska, and again, we nearly all died, and then Elle did die. I just want to avoid that.
Of course.
Okay, so if we run into him, everyone's fine. We're all happy. We're all supportive of his dreams or whatever. Just don't contractually say or do anything.
I think we need a lot of therapy after this.
I think we all needed it before, but we just need it even more now. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
El, you definitely did. I know you're pulling that face, but you do.
I'm thinking maybe I just need to, ground myself a bit more. I don't think I need someone poking around inside my head.
No, I think the fact that you've gone so many years and have barely formed any attachments to anyone. The only people you talk about is a collective group of people. Is an issue.
I mean, what about a gesture towards Jax?
I'm sorry, you're right. You have formed an attachment to this giant crab. You're fine.
I mean, I don't want to start a whole thing, but it's awful rich talking to coming from a woman whose current best friend is the tentacle monster that lives underneath an island.
I have loads of friends back home, and that is
You
no
do?
way to speak
And that's
to
why
children.
you're here?
Yeah, they're great.
Good friends? The sort that you kind of like confide in and kind of go to in a time of need?
Yeah.
Can I just say why was this conversation? Why has this conversation not happened before? This is fucking golden. I love this.
I'm sorry. Let's all get along. Yeah.
I'm fine.
Okay. All right.
Right, let's go to. I'm gonna look out for traps on the way because telltale fucking shit.
Perception check,
Do I
please.
get advantage because I've gone through this route a few times?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That felt like it was gonna be a no.
24.
Yeah.
I'm back, baby.
You do notice, I think, with a 24, you step around a couple of the tripwires, but you do also notice there's a few traps that have been just from like weather have been tripped and haven't been reset. And you come to about 20 minutes of walking through the lightly wooded area of this island, and you come out into the huge glade that looks out onto the west part of the island with the immaculate allotment area that you now know to be fake food, and the tiny little stone cottage at the far side of it. And there is movement within the vegetable patches as you see Oscar, who, he's grown out of the clothes that Mav gave him, but is practicing with his sword against a scarecrow and just like doing some maneuvers against
Jason Bourne.
Oh.
And he sees you as you come through, and he waves.
Hi. How you doing? Are we just wanting to check you're all right? Mav said you were going over here.
Yes.
Well, I thought, why not take a look at this place?
Yeah.
So, Maverick, have you spoken to your friends of what I put to you?
Yes.
Yeah, he told us. We're chatting about it. We're all in like a transitional era in our lives, so we love it for you. We think it's great. We're still thinking about it. We don't want to like commit to anything we're not 100% about. But
Such a good one.
it's great. We're obviously very busy right now, and you've still got to recover. So we're just gonna
He flips the sword and like thrusts it into the ground and steps forward and
Don't say thrust. Come on.
and puts his hand on Mav's shoulder and kind of brings him in close. I know that you have the imagination to see what this could be.
Oh, I do. I can see it all.
So proud.
I'm so proud that you can see my dick.
So little clothing.
I mean, I'm real sorry. I know you're kind of having a conversation, and maybe you want to kind of like chat nuances and stuff, but you know,
I mean, after our experience and me bringing you back, it's almost like you are also my son. Come over here.
I mean, I actually,
What he says.
I mean, I appreciate the sentiment, and I do, you know, bring me back to life. That was real kind of y'all.
We're so grateful, so grateful.
I would say I am vis-a-vis parents. I am accounted for. I don't want you to kind of think that there's an opening in that department. My mother's, who I miss dearly. I just wanted to look for something in Ilska's house. If you don't mind, I appreciate y'all are kind of, you know, chatting over the finer points, and I'm kind of like a big picture guy. Just kind of, you know, like how many roads must a man walk down before they call him a god, and you know, all of those things. So I'm just gonna, you know, kind of like turn those over in my head like a sardine in the tide, and I'm gonna just sort of like walk off as I'm saying this stuff towards Ilska's house.
Okay. Yeah, he sort of watches you go and idly picks a what are they what's the word, an ear of corn, off from a wooden one, and sort of snaps it off and just starts like throwing it and catching it, and looks to you two that remain.
Country
So, I
girls
mean,
make do.
what domain would you wish to reside over?
Yeah, what's the plan? Like, Matt just told me really brief. You know, I want to hear it all. What's the plan?
Well, you know, I've had time to think about it, and I think I could fill a gap where
Please. Sorry.
he brings you in even closer and sort of pulls you into his like hip area. I think where Father screwed up was being so specific, and I think, you know, clearly the storm is in my blood, but like it's all about passion as well, you know. So it is about you know, storm, but also emotions and passion, and I think it's going to be like that, you know. I mean, we can, to be honest, being a god is so much about self-actualizing, and I think all of that stuff will just come. Yeah,
of course. Yeah, no, I love that. I think it's great. What color scheme are you thinking?
Oh, I mean, you know, it's gray too boring? I just kind of think, you know.
Here's the thing, gray goes with everything though, doesn't it?
This fucking guy's gone, I'm going to be the god of passion and my colour is grey.
Yeah.
And it's just fucking...
Couldn't have been worse. The only way it would be worse is if it was like taupe.
Yeah.
Like...
I'm going to go with Manila.
Yeah. Yeah, all right. I love it. Yeah, sounds great.
I mean, it's simple, you know, you can project whatever you want onto that.
Exactly. You project your own passions onto it.
Passionate like the DMV.
He steps towards you, Cece, and picks up a tassel from your belt and kind of looks at it. That's interesting.
Oh,
did she give it to you? Did she give it to you?
Michelle has forgotten. Where did we get it from a file? Or did she give it to us?
You took it from the body of the pirate on your first day on the island.
That's it. No, actually, my first bit of loot from a pirate.
Well, that is interesting.
Is it?
Yes, that is part of the. That used to belong to Elska.
Oh.
It was part of her battle armor, and I don't know where any of it went, but clearly she lost a few items along the way.
Do you mind me having it?
It's got nothing to do with me. I'm amazed she allowed you to have it. She's
Yeah.
a protective old bitch. So
Isn't she just?
I'm sorry, Father. I think you've been in the ground too long. We don't call people that anymore.
oh, I'm sorry. Please
Yeah.
do teach me. Elle, what are you doing?
Yeah, Cece's like frantically looking at the door, like, please hurry up, Elle.
Can I search the house?
Yes, of course. Roll. If you're looking for something in particular, it is investigation. If you're just looking with your eyes, it is perception.
I'm looking with my eyes and hands, but I am just sort of having a general route around. Like, touching walls to see if any of them are fake, looking like, just like a general, like, I'm not investigating anything so much as I'm like, right, I need to assess this place.
All right, roll perception.
That's cocked. 19.
Okay. This, you know, one of the things, it looks small from the outside, and yet there is still this thing that hits you when you walk in, where you just think,
It's
this is
smaller
so
on the
fucking,
inside.
this is so fucking small. And it's
Fucking
so,
small on the inside.
it's so basic. I mean, it's that thing of like, it's a stone cottage that is, like just over 10 by just under 10. Like, it's so small, and thick walls, so it feels even smaller on the inside. It has a hearth on one end.
This is
It has-
currently bigger than the living space in our old flat, so when you go, it's just so small, guys. Like, it's barely livable, guys. Guys, one person shouldn't be living here.
I mean, you know, but yeah, there is a ladder that leans up against what is not even really a second floor. It's just planks of wood that make like a half ceiling mezzanine area. There is a single table, a single chair, a ragged rug, and there's a broken, rotten egg on the table. And there's, you know, in the hearth is a pot which seems empty.
cold?
There's like one pot and with a cork in it.
Is the hearth cold?
Hearth is cold, yeah.
Like, completely there's like, if I push my hand into the ashes or anything, there's no semblance of warmth at all.
There's no semblance of warmth at all.
Okay. What sort of kind of like stuff is in here? Like are there like herbs and stuff?
There is none of any of that. I mean, it is unusual to see a place that until a couple of weeks ago somebody inhabited and think there's no food in here, there's no way of cooking, or like, I mean, there is a way of cooking, but there's no provisions here, there's no comfort. It is, you know, you're starting to realize now this is a pretend place
Is there
that
like
somebody pretending to be an old woman pretended to live, but actually she doesn't need to eat or sleep or do any of that stuff. So
are
it's
there, like,
just
false walls, like when she took me to like the that cave? Like, can I just start like pressing against like the walls and stuff, see if anything gives?
that would require investigation,
Oh,
which you're
fucking-
welcome to roll.
Yeah, I'll roll. Can Jax help me?
Jacques could reach a claw in and tap the floor, but he's going to have to maneuver his way through like quite a tight door, and it's just sort of small to fit Jacques in. But he could. Wait, has he got investigation proficiency?
No, but he can take the help action.
It's a real stretch. It's a real stretch to do this. I know, like, in
Yeah.
battle-wise, he can give you the help action,
That's
but I
fine.
feel like investigating.
That's all good. Right, I'm gonna roll with a +0. 6. I don't do intelligence.
No, that's no. I mean, you knock on some of the walls, and you get that kind of thud that you would expect from knocking on stone.
Right, and then can I use? Oh, right, guys. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being give up and leave this house, 10 being something significant. How fucky should I be right now?
I will say this. I don't think she's here. I don't think she's been here for a while. So I think even if you found something, I'm voting for like a 4.
I mean, you look back out as you're kind of like wondering what to do next. You look out of the window and you just kind of see Oscar sort of jostling a little bit with Mav in his arms, and Cece just
Ow, Dad! Ow, stop it!
Cece like looking at the ground and like hyper fixating on along like a leaf that's nearby.
Dad, no, that hurts. No, stop.
It's quite late, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely starting to get dark now. It's like the very dark pink sky.
Cool. I won't do the thing then. Can I? You said there was a bottle or something with like a cork stopper in it.
Yeah.
Can I uncork it? Is there something in it?
Yeah, that is full of dirt and stones and little twigs. It's the pot that she made fake tea for Cece in the first day.
Fuck. Okay, right, Lydia. Is there anything in here that can be construed as an ingredient or a component?
You have not to your knowledge.
In which case, I'm going to take the cooking pot. So, like,
It's a big cauldron.
how big is a big cauldron? Can I carry it?
I mean, it is like iron. It would be extremely heavy, and you could not secretly carry it.
I'm not looking to do it secretly. Cool. I'm gonna empty it, and then me and Jax are gonna carry it out.
Okay. You could lift it, put it on Jax's.
And then as we walk, I'm just gonna put my hand on, so he's not carrying the whole weight. Like I will just ease it
I'm
off.
helping.
You know, just ease the weight off him a bit. But yeah, that's the. And we're gonna come out sort of, triumphantly.
Oh, what are you doing with that?
I was hoping to kind of salt, preserve some fish, and our smoking shed had become quite full with I killed a shark, and we'd smoked a lot of the shark meat. So we were gonna kind of like layer salt fish, so that we can kind of preserve it for the long times, because not so long ago all the fish were missing.
Okay, I don't want to know about food. That you can take it. Fine.
All right, we're gonna go now, and I'm like putting my hand out, like, like give me mouth, like we're gonna go. All right.
Yeah, he gives you like a little on the head and releases you.
Fun, so fun. You're so fun.
Like doing that to a 45-year-old man is so unsettling.
Yeah. All right, lovely seeing you. Have a.
Maybe I'll see you all tomorrow.
Yeah, mate, we're really busy. We're gonna be salting fish tomorrow. Do you wanna come help? Yeah. All right. See ya.
You're muted.
Lovelies, give me 2 seconds. I just I turn back round to Oscar, and I kind of say, out of interest, if whilst we're out of earshot of the others, if we were to use the island to bring you power, what do you need from us?
Well, it would take some studying. But I see that you have magic within you, and I guess you know, there we would have to. We are breaking ground here. This is not something that happens all the time. We would have to find a way of creating this ritual together using all of your magic and mine, of course. Just a way of siphoning the magic out of the island, you know, giving it to me.
Yeah. Sure. Okay. I'll think on it.
You do that. Boop.
You did that. Goodbye. Can I just say, I want that on a shirt. You did that. Yeah, and I follow the others. And
I just get for that whole encounter, could I please have a and even you, El, because you did speak to him, I would like a persuasion or deception. I think for El, probably I could argue persuasion, but I think for, you know, it's up to you, but I think you guys know what side of things you erred on.
Do I get advantage because I did take a cauldron?
No.
Do I get advantage?
I love a pitch, but oh, you didn't have a thing. You don't have even a reason. You were just like,
Please. That's a 14 deception from CC.
A 15 persuasion from L.
okay. And from Mav,
did I use my portent dice?
you have not used your portent dice today, I don't think.
Am I allowed to just very quickly roll the 2 portent dice and just see what I get?
Yes, because I don't think when we did that little scene last week, you'd rolled for that day, though I could.
No, he hadn't. Because he was going to, and I said, whoa. I was being a dickhead.
Sick. So I originally got a 4. The second was still not great, but it was a 14.
Okay.
That's using one of the portent dice.
Okay, good.
And
Good to know.
and he rolls a 5.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, fuck.
What did Mav roll though?
14.
Oh.
Use his to get 14 and the other one.
It still might not be enough, but we'll see.
All right. So you you head back.
Yep.
It's a little bit of like there's a bit of negotiating, getting now the 3 of you and the cauldron.
I imagine Elle is swimming.
Yeah.
Like Ella's like got like a rope around his waist and is swimming ahead of the boat because he's got a 40-foot swim speed, and Jacques is pushing / keeping the back of the boat up because the cauldron's in the boat.
Okay.
I thought of it, Lydia.
You thought of it all. Cool. And you it is pretty dark by the time you get back to the homestead. And you know, there is probably, I don't know if you're planning on doing anything else tonight or if you're just bedding down.
Anyone else?
I don't really have anything, but I would request that I don't know if it's a continuation of Mav and Cece sharing a bed, but Cece has insisted we all sleep in the same room now. Like last time, you got killed in the middle of the night. So
No, actually, I mean, I appreciate what you're saying, but like when I was asleep, they only slit my throat and I didn't die. But I appreciate this comes from a place of kindness. I mean, it's just so indoors, and Jacques has to be downstairs because he can't get up here. Like, I mean, I'll do it, but
no, if you don't want to do it, it's fine.
I'll do it. But I'm burning sage at the windowsill. Like,
That's fine.
Oh, just mind. Sorry. Stop. There's some sick from earlier.
Oh, Mav, help after yourself.
I'm sorry, I was quite preoccupied. I prestidigitate the
I
sick.
really like the idea of this gorgeous but sort of like in need of care building, and just out of one window at the side is just like a trail of sick.
It's red wine sick as well, so it's like purple.
I put sand and sawdust down like they did in middle school, you know.
They do that with blood
Oh.
in the streets. Not
I
in
think
the streets with a capital S. Like, I'm not trying to claim I'm from the ghetto, but
a grand don't come for free. I think as we're going to bed, I sort of a little bit restless, kind of get back up and just open the once everyone's asleep, just open the windows for a second and just kind of
they're already open.
actually.
I
I
would not let you close the windows.
I probably go back out and into my. I'm assuming we're in Cece's room. Go back out and into my room. Open the shutters in my room. Look at the rose, the black rose. Look up at the sky and go, "Fuck it," and sort of get down on. Put a pillow down first. Get down on my knees on the pillow and just kind of look up at the sky and go. Hello, Tish. I don't know you. You might know me, but
Grandfather.
Grandpapa. I've got to be honest. I don't really know how people go about doing this. However, I have come to realize that we may have some form of connection. I can only assume that's where my passion comes from. I would love to sit down and have a glass of wine with you at some point and just talk about your son. Because I'm a little bit scared, and I would love to know that there was someone watching down from wherever you are. I can give you things. What do you like? Wine? Stories? Just give me a sign.
I've suddenly realized how like Tom Ellis's Lucifer Mav has become. Mav is this close to opening a nightclub in LA.
I kind of wait there for a second, watching for a sign.
There is, it's been it was a windy day and but not, more breezy. And then the evening was quite calm and balmy. And as you are kneeling there by the window, there is a wind that kind of blows through you that is so cold. It kind of breezes straight through your flimsy nightgown. And you have no way of knowing really if that is just Eisodos or a sign from Tish.
Sort of look around for a second and say, if that was you, thank you. If you've seen me, you probably know that I have not worshipped anyone else. I worship at the shrine of Maverick Spells. But I will worship you if you can give me any form of home. Fucking melodramatic twat. Love you, Grandpapa. And I shut the shutters and kind of shake my head and walk back to the bed, and sort of shuffle Cece's sort of splayed arms out a little bit and wrap, or not wrap, but sort of like pop it back over me, and pop the covers over and try and go to bed.
Yeah. Can you please roll me a wisdom saving throw?
As
Just Mav.
I die. All of us?
No, just Mav.
15?
As you try to fall into sleep, there is a moment where you are on the windowsill of Cece's room as your little sunbird. And as you go to fly off, you just see a grey and white hand try and catch the bird and miss. And you're so small that you just dodge out of the way of that hand and fly off. And night soon becomes day as you're flying. You see the island kind of unfolding before you from dark to light. And you fly around the island and you fly across to the Temple Island. And what you see there is lightning and a storm gathering over that island. And you see lightning bolts coming out of low clouds and striking where Elska's house is. And then you wake, and it's morning.
Or a curse than a blessing. I tell you, these fucking dreams. I'm sure I'm not the only oracle that has said that in the years.
Okay, so it is the morning. I'd imagine that El is first to untangle himself from the drawer of spoons that is Cece's bed.
I think Elle set up a hammock or like a cot, I think Elle is already up and he's got the cauldron outside over a fire and he's boiling seawater to evaporate it to leave like a crust of sea salt along the bottom.
Okay. Yeah, and I imagine that Jax is with you, just sort of helping in the way that Jax does. What is everybody else doing as they wake a little later?
I think Cece gets up, does her normal, whatever her morning routine is, and is like, right, okay, so what's the plan for the day? I think I convinced him that we were going to spend the day doing fish, so I don't think he's going to bother us.
You mean we're not salting fish?
Oh, honey, no.
I mean...
You can make a start. Go on, you start.
I mean, I just wanted to... let's assume that this plan that we haven't really kind of delved into works. We still need to eat and survive kind of part past that. So I'm just trying to,
But let's survive today first,
I mean, I totally get what you're saying,
Okay.
but that is maybe the exact opposite of the lesson that the island has been very adamant about teaching me.
Oh, yeah.
It's not just sort of about the here and...
I'm with you. I'm basically, if that is what we're gonna do today, Mav, I don't know what.
I mean,
what
it
you
doesn't
do,
take
but-
3 people. Like, I can do this. Like, it's not like especially... But I'm just saying, I'm gonna... It also won't take me that long. Especially because
You've already probably done quite a bit of bits and bobs already. You only transfer 4 hours.
Yeah.
So.
And Cece's been collecting salt. He's just using the sea salt as like the base layer. And then fish and salt and fish and salt and fish and salt. Maverick, have you been up in the library yet?
Yes, a fair few times.
Okay, so this is maybe a bit different to kind of the stuff I've done in the past. So I think maybe there's some maybe like there's perchance of some knowledge up there on how we can kind of put our best foot forwards when it comes to dispatching a fallen angel or stopping someone becoming a god. I don't really.
I can take a look. To that point, I wonder whether we found the book in Dio's chamber.
Mm-hmm.
Now, though it was this was whilst you were not with us, Elle. Whilst it was falling apart at the seams and quite difficult to read, I wonder whether there's. I only got a cursory glance. I wonder whether there's any more information in that book about the specific magic of the island. Oscar would like to harness this magic, and I whilst I don't want to give him the information that he seeks, perhaps getting that information will give us a clue as to how to make things go awry at the very least.
As though we discover that Mav's actually going to become a god himself.
That's
I
why
need
Mav
the information just for interest's sake.
Yeah. Mav has literally been going, yeah, so what domain were you going to go for? Yeah, brilliant. That sounds really, really good. Yes, I like that. I
Love a good villain arc.
And then when he says,
"Hey, we can work on that," but this is full worm tongue. No, not worm tongue. Fuck off, Tom.
tongue worm.
Be nice to yourself.
Also, I did just want to mention, I had another dream.
Oh, right, okay.
And I would be interested to see. These dreams have never really been particularly literal. However, I would be interested to see what, if any, change there has happened to Elska's hut. And I explain the dream, and then at the end I do say, just a small point. He tried to catch the bird. Bav. Tried to catch Bav.
Bav.
So,
Not Bav. Oh, goodness. Okay.
Yes. So I don't know what that means. Just another thing to take into account.
Would you like to roll a investigation to use your intellect to try and...
Really fucking love that, if that's okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
God.
I've given you a lot of dreams, and I can, the least I can do is help you decipher them.
14.
All right, what you get with a 14 is this. It occurs to you that some of your dreams, you've been a bird, and some of them you have not.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's it. No.
Wait, because there was one where you were Oscar. Right? Because you said Elska broke your foot and you were in that cage.
Yes, there was that. There was also the dream where I was just me and I almost got, but Oscar saved me.
You saw that dream, that first dream, from the perspective of being a bird.
What the being got by
When you
Oscar?
were on the lighthouse and the Saugeen was trying to get you and pull you off.
Okay.
You
And
watched it, didn't you?
Oscar was then also trying to pull you off. That was from the perspective of a bird. The ones that weren't were the ones where you saw what happened to Oscar from his perspective. You saw Elska break his hand in the cage. You saw that he could save Elle.
Oh shit. Oh, I've been having two different sets of dreams.
I think he's been giving you one set.
I think he's been giving me some.
Oh my goodness!
All of the non-bird dreams.
Which is why he tried to catch Bav.
To stop a bird dream. In your head, daddy, daddy, daddy.
Which does make me think that there's something at Elska's house, right? Something we need to look for.
Oh, because the dream.
I'm really, Lydia, can I just take this moment to say I'm really sorry how stupid I am.
No, because these are like foresight, right? Like these are you like perceiving a version of the future. So maybe he didn't want you to see him destroying it, because in destroying it, that's the start of something.
Because
Right.
you said it was like lightning, right, from the clouds destroying it.
Yeah, but was it? Oh, no, but also it wasn't necessarily destroying her house. It was lightning going to that area in the woods, so it could be striking him.
Could be striking him.
Yes.
Like in like a I will fight the storm.
Well, do you guys sit and chat about this a bit more? I might go visit Joltish and just see if they've heard from Elska.
I will say this on that. If Oscar is in Mav's dreams,
Yeah.
then Oscar is in Mav's head, and therefore already knows everything.
Oh no.
So us being,
I'm going to go to bed.
Well,
If that's the case.
I don't think that would be crazy.
Would it? Would it?
I don't know how any of this works. I am so out of my depth. I didn't sign up to do this adventure and stuff. I'm married once, so I wouldn't have to do all this stuff. But so I'm gonna go ask Joltish for help and just see. I need to check in on him anyway. See how they're doing. Maybe they've seen Elska. I don't know.
Do you think Jax could go with you?
Yeah, you will stay here with Mav. You gotta stay in bed with Mav.
I'm not going to stay in bed, but
You have to
Mav
stay
can-
in bed.
You have to stay in bed with Mav.
I also think that maybe Maverick isn't going to struggle going to sleep. You've just woken up.
I know, yeah, but
I'm joking. I'm not going to do that. I will check the library to see if there are any god-killing books.
How about you two go to the library? I'll go.
There's not space for more than one person in the library, is there?
It's quite a large.
It's like a tower. It's
yeah.
like a little tiny tower.
What? Oh, the ladder is so that it's difficult to bring a book down, right, or something like that.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. That was the initial sort of like talk that we had. Yeah,
Right.
you are right in saying that we have spoken about that, but I don't think.
Okay. There was some restriction to the library. I actually think that Elle is going to do a proper inventory on all of the equipment we have. Like, there are weapons and armor here, and there is just stuff that people haven't looked at, and I think if anyone's going to be able to identify, some of it, like, he's not a fighter, But he's going to stay in the house so that Mav can't leave. Apart from nothing can happen to Mav unless it happens to Elle first. And Jack's going to go with you.
Okay.
All right.
Going to give Jax a hug, and then send him on his way. Fist bump.
That's him fist bumping himself. He doesn't understand. He's new to fist bumps. All right, and he scuttles off with Cece. Are you casting Alter Self?
Yes, I am.
And you dive down. You've taken this route many times now, and you find Joltish in the tunnels, swimming through the tunnels, and he sees you. They see you and wave, and Cecilia.
Hi. How are you doing? Are you all right?
I wish to look for Elska.
Same. I want to find Elska too. Can I help you?
Yes,
Okay.
come with me.
Okay. I have some. I don't know if gossip's really your thing, but I have the biggest news.
Fucking hell, Cece.
Do you tell them everything as you're...
Yeah, but like pretty much, but it's just like you'll never guess who Mav's dad is.
That's such an insane
point
thing
where
to say to someone.
they're like swimming along, you know, tentacles along behind, and then just comes up short and goes, "Oh, God."
I know. I don't think Mav's handling it very well. And to be honest, I don't think I would either. But I've been trying to be a good friend, but I just had to tell someone about it, you know, because it's like so wild.
This Oscar
Yeah.
is evil.
It's what?
Evil.
Do you think evil?
No.
He we need to find Elska.
Yeah, I think we really fucked up. And I really do want to find her and I want to make things right. But
We don't want a god like him.
no, he's honestly sort of the worst. Like, it's like him. I'd rather he was just evil and at least good at it. But like personality-wise, he's. Do you know what his color scheme is for passion and storms? Grey. Exactly, grey. Who'd have thought it?
You've kind of, you know, you've seen his layer like grow back since he's been getting well, and you see there's like a moment of slight self-consciousness as they run their hands along the wall, and it is you know, black with that ink spill feel to it, oil spill kind of feel to it. And you're just swimming along and you get into the corridors. I mean, you've been this way once before, but you're looking through. There's lots of areas where there were wall falls, you know, wall cave-ins, and they spend a bit of time moving some of the rubble, and there's nothing but like corpses behind certain areas. But again, you're getting this perspective of areas where caves would just collapsed in, where they were making sea spawn and baby saugines, and you just sort of see you see the magnitude of what they were doing, and that Elska had done an awful lot of work when or you assume when you were very focused on getting to them. And finally you see them ahead of you, like leave the water.
Oh,
that
okay.
kind of hit the surface of the water, and th- their tentacles find the ground and they start to walk on their tentacles, and you follow as well. And you are in. This is the route that you took with Mav when you were looking for Oscar. And ahead of you, they are. That's why it's so loud on my end. Ahead of you, they are keeping their hands to the walls, feeling as they walk along.
Cece is doing the same, but she doesn't really realize why they're doing it. She's just like, yeah. It's very nice what you've done.
And then again, you see them just dip into an area of wall. And you hear, he found it.
Found what? What is it?
Do you step through the wall as well?
Yeah.
Jax
And
follows CC
Okay.
everywhere.
Sure. And you are in that room that you freed Oscar from. And in the cage at the bottom of the room, you see not what you are used to seeing when you look at Elska.
Oh.
You now see still a humanoid, but manacled to the bars, to the bottom, and like knee-high sludgy water, is now the form of a tall, strong woman with long black hair that whips around in a kind of whirlwind, constantly moving hair. And where she used to wear rags, now you can see a silver armor. You have come.
Yeah.
Joltish. And Joltish clambers down with the tentacles down the side of the wall, and she stops him from coming too close. Don't come. She's warded. And they regard each other for a little while, just silently.
Hi. It's me.
So you were fooled by him too?
Yeah. I mean,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
I have never met a mortal who could see through his lies.
Nope. Didn't see through them. And you know, I don't regret doing what we did in order to not only save Elle, but I thought we were saving someone who deserved saving. But we want to put this right, Elska. I'm so sorry. We want to put this right. What do we do?
I think she might be frozen.
I think she's frozen. I was like, this is going on too long. This is too mean.
The fuck
This is such suspense.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, she's not saying anything.
Folks,
I
for
need
those of
this
you who-
picture.
Yeah.
This fucking.
Yeah, honestly, this is the DM face. For those of you who aren't aware, in the UK at the moment,
Oh god, what's she done?
in the UK at the moment,
She's
we're
back,
having
Yeah, but she's fucked up everything.
real storms. So we do apologise, but
Sorry about that.
we're working through it.
Quite right. You were giving me such a look for the longest time.
No.
I was like,
Oh, side eye.
I was caught somewhere between Lydia's real world frustration and Lydia trying to act the active listener.
Oh no. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Just you wait.
Yeah. It'll come back. It'll come back. It'll be the storm probably.
Definitely.
Can I just say, Rooney saying who's drinking Munty now is such a good joke.
It is.
Very
We
beautiful.
should say that.
You were talking to Elska about why you were speaking to her essentially.
Yes. I was just saying. I'm sorry. Sorry we let him out. Oh God, he's the worst. Did you know he's Mav's dad? Did you know all this time?
I did not know, but I suspected. I never thought that I could care about this wretched plane of existence. But I pity all of you for what he will bring. Or, more to the point, what he will destroy.
We have to stop him.
His arrogance and greed know no bounds.
Yeah, he's kind of the worst. Okay, alright, okay. Well, look.
Are you all in agreement? Mav 2 is not taken in?
No, Mav has been throwing up like every other hour. Although I don't think he didn't seem it. Oh, I don't know now. You're making me doubt.
If you think that he is considering helping him, try and have him understand that this creature is faithless and loves only his own power. You may believe that he is good and that he can help, but he will only use you up and discard you. But if you think you can stop him, you should act quickly, because every day he grows stronger. Centuries in this cage made him weak, and he has a mount companion, and if he reunites with that, you will all surely die.
Oh my God. Okay. He's got a mount. Can we? Okay.
He's got a horse.
Okay.
He's got his own crab.
Oh no!
He's got a lobster.
I can give you everything that I know, and
Please.
anything that I have to give you an advantage, I can give you. I cannot help now.
Okay. If we succeed, I promise we'll come get you out. Although, if we kill him, you'll get out, right?
No, I would rely on you getting me out.
Oh, okay, I'll try and survive so I can come let you out. If not, Joltish can come let you out.
So, here is what I can tell you about him. He sees everything, so do not try to use illusions or invisibility.
Okay.
You need to strike quickly before he's stronger, before his winged lion comes. But your advantage comes with the fact that his magic is unpredictable. I only managed to imprison him at full strength because he still believed he was a battle angel. And actually, he is not. Tish does not grant him favor anymore. So his power comes from his own self-belief and his own powerful arrogance. But he overestimates himself, thinking he is still a kind of angel. Also, you could use the area of where I used to reside because it will keep him a little weaker. It is my land, and he is my sworn enemy. It will not weaken him in many ways, but it will make his ability to hurt you slightly less.
Okay.
And also, you can take my belongings. I see you got a head start on that, but there are more.
Yeah, I do just want to say, I am very sorry. I didn't know it was yours. I only just found out it was yours. I just stole it from a pirate. I just thought it was a pirate thing. I am very sorry. Thank you.
Cecilia, I always liked it on you.
Oh, thank you.
But the rest of my things are on the ocean floor. So if you dive, maybe Joltish can help you. You will find things that will help you. And I think that will give you, but hear me, he will try and escape if he thinks that he is losing to fight another day. You must try and kill him and let him be tangled up in the pits of hell.
Okay.
Good luck.
There's really no way that we can get you out and you can do it, because you just look like you're so ready to do all of this.
I think you need to kill him quickly, and getting me out would take a long time.
Okay. Okay.
Joltish will help, won't you, Joltish? And he goes, yes.
Yeah, you'll help me. Okay. All right. Okay. Then I'm going to go dive. Me and Joltish, we're going to do this now. I put my hand up for a high five to Joltish, and then to Jax. We're going to go dive, get this stuff, head back up, and do this. Okay. Bye. If we don't make it, it was really interesting meeting you.
Savage.
I will have a lot of time to think about it down here if you don't survive.
Okay. I'll try and leave a note for someone to come out get you out.
Don't do that. They'll fuck up the lighthouse. Yeah.
You got it. Right, I'm good. All right.
Go.
Okay, all right, we're going. Go.
And you leave. Are you going to go back the way that you came so that you're already underwater?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Okay. I didn't RP it because it's desperately boring to go to give like coordinates and directions, but she will have given you pretty clear instruction of where she left. And you dive down. Now, can I please have a dive check? Because I know you have that proficiency now. I know you have essentially alter self, so it's not about whether you can breathe or not. It's about like deep sea diving. It's about like pressure and the bends and all
help
of that.
at all?
Jax would struggle to go really, really deep into the water because, you know, we're talking quite far down.
Deep sea crab. That's fine, I got it. Do I just add my proficiency?
Yes, let's go with
like dex or con and proficiency?
Dex and proficiency, please.
Okay.
I need a pee again, for God's sake.
Can I please have advantage from Joltish helping me?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Thank you so much. That's okay. It's 18.
Okay.
It was great.
This is the deepest you've ever gone. I know we've had a lot of innuendos, so let's just leave that one as it is. But you've done some kind of investigating of under the island, but this is serious stuff. The kind of depths that you get to. Jack sort of he comes down with you a certain way, and then he sort of stops because the pressure is upsetting him. But you keep going down, and after a few hours of just searching through the silt at the very bottom of the ocean, you find a series of chests, and Joltish picks each one of them up with their tentacles, and you swim back up to the surface, and you get to a certain point, and Jax is doing that thing that I often do when we're moving tables of trying to help, but it's
Lydia, when we used to record the podcast, used to stand in the middle of our flat and just put her hand, just touch whatever was being moved as we turned our tiny living space into a recording space.
So you are on the beach now with a couple of a series of 3 chests within which they're not really locked. It's fairly easy to get into them. You find the following: a dark kind of gray, dark blue cape, a circlet with a black stone in it, a large black gem, a large pearl, like kind of the pearl's like this big, a ring, some potion bottles, a bow, and 2 arrows.
Okay. Cece's gonna take them all out. Take them all out, pop them in her pockets and stuff, and whatever she can't carry, she'll give to Jax.
Jack's lifting the bow above his head
yeah, I'll just say bye. Oh, yes, Joltish.
I will happily fight by your side. I will do anything to end this terrible being. I don't know how to put this without sounding weak. Could we do it at night? Does everybody see in the dark?
I think so. We can do that.
He flies, doesn't he?
Yeah.
The way that I often kill things is by getting tight hold of them and draining the very strength from their being.
That's so cool.
So I could do that, and he would not be able to
get away.
I can keep him down and weak.
I would love that. On the one hand, I don't want you to, I want to say, don't worry about it, don't get involved. But on the other hand, we're fighting something really crazy powerful, and I would really love your help because,
Cecilia, I am involved.
All right. Well, thank you. Well, okay. So I'm gonna run this stuff back. Do you want to come with, or do you want to prep and stuff? Because I reckon we go tonight.
I'll come with.
All right, come with. All right.
I'll stay quiet.
Okay. And I run with all this stuff in arms.
Yeah. Just pearls popping out of your arms, and he picks them up and puts them.
Joel is just 4 tentacles around Cece, just helping her balance.
And Jax, who has got like other things just rattling around on the top of his shell as he's running, and he's just
Guys.
Okay, so
We're
you
all gonna
guys
die!
you guys have been looking through. Do you want to give me investigation checks for books in the library?
I've been sorting through all of our stuff.
Yeah, we did take an inventory early days. And there was I think a detect magic, and Mav already kind of knew that there wasn't really any magic items left on the island.
I was role playing because I don't read much and I don't do investigation.
All right, so give me investigation for books up in the library.
Is that with advantage? Sorry, with for the.
Well, you got your.
Exactly. Marveloso. In that case, that is a 19.
I don't know if it really comes as a surprise to you that you don't find any books on how to slay a would-be god.
Yeah.
You find some odd musings in the log from people who are a bit suspicious about what Elska's up to, but no one ever really got close to truly understanding what you guys have come across. There's just people who maybe thought her food was a bit sus because though they can't really get close to her house, when they go to like pray on the temple island, they've noticed that she's growing stuff that's out of season. You know, people who have that eye for like, oh, this is in season, that's in season. They're like, how is she growing tomatoes in the winter? That doesn't make any sense. But no one really comes as close to you guys. And you don't get a lot of information on that stuff. You were also looking for like the magic that the island is made of.
Yeah.
With that, what it reinforces is some of the stuff that you discovered on the first week when Mav was so curious about the island, which is that the island was created by not one source of magic, but many sources of magic.
Yeah.
Okay. And over the years, there are people with different specialities. You know, it's been so many years and so many people have been lighthouse keepers, and each one over the years has been different people who have backgrounds in just so many different elemental areas or divine areas, and everyone finds a part of their magic on the island. So there is shadow magic, there is divine magic, there is book magic, there's like as in wizard kind of like magic.
It's one of the schools of magic. Book magic.
Book magic. So like natural and created. And it, you know, it's quite a feat, you know, realizing, especially from the book that you got from Dio, that he could not have made this island on his own. He must have really pulled a feat off from gods and all sorts to make this place.
Okay. So it is just a font of magic, as opposed to like that's why Oscar is looking for it. It's just a sort of deep well of magic, as opposed to it being.
I mean, it is built. It is in the very stone of the place. You know that from that kind of cat's cradle that is made out of the ore that's under the lighthouse. It is so powerful.
Okay. I after a little bit of reading, I sort of go to find Elle and I relay this information. Can I go? There's not really any information as to how to kill a god or a would-be.
At this point, Cece and Jax.
Mav a knife, like a dagger.
yes, that will do it. I'm sure. And sort of put it back and kind of. Oh.
Jax, followed by Cece, and then the like ducking in through the door is the dark figure of Joltish.
Guys. Okay. So first, all this stuff. I don't, Mav. If you can spend some time figuring out what it does, it's sort of a gift, not a gift. Not a gift. Did she say burrow? Burrow. Let's go with burrow. Found.
Can dig a hole?
No. Wait. I found Elska. He bloody put her in the cage. She's underneath the lighthouse. She says we need to. If we're gonna do this, we have to fight him quicker because he gets stronger every day, just like you were saying, Mav.
Right.
Right. Joltish is gonna help.
Mav picks that knife back up.
They say if we can fight at night, it's a bit better for them. And I think that works for all of us as well.
Yes.
But I think we seriously have to consider just like getting prepped up and like heading over there as soon as the sun sets.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, yes. Let's. How do you feel about that, Elle?
I mean, what do you think I've been doing down here? And like, Elle has like taken like one of the like standard quivers and like filled it with like standard arrows and like been like buckling it up and stuff. Like, you know, it's like going on a well-stocked hunt.
Okay.
I also have an idea, but
okay,
that'll be a kind of on the night thing.
It is the night. It's happening today.
Don't worry. Mav, do you need a hand looking at this stuff? Do you need to pass you things or?
No. I'm, and I start to sort of like pop the bits and pieces down, and I go, may I have one of your pearls, Cece?
Oh yeah.
Thank you ever so much. And I start.
Did you ever go through all of the pearls?
I think I did. Oh no, these are the pearls, the kind of pearls you don't need. I think though.
There's a pearl in the pile.
I think you've given me one.
Cece knew that Mav needed one, so would have tried to find like just a normal pearl, like all this time on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're just going to get a quick flashback, a quick like panicked word in your ear as he uses it.
So there's like what 7-8 items. I spend the next 90 minutes to.
Yeah, it's quite enough for everybody else. Like Mav's concentrating so hard, and for everyone else who are just like sitting around him, being like.
Elle is actually putting on like leather elbow pads and knee pads on Mav while he's doing this stuff. Like it's not leather armor, but it's the sort of like it's the components of leather armor that he could viably wear to no mechanical benefit. But Elle's just like, if he falls over and like if Mav bangs his knee, like that's just gonna be he's gonna be a write off.
Ow! Time out! Ah!
All right.
Oh, it smarts though. It really does. Like it's.
Am I bleeding my own blood? No.
All right. So to start with, you have a +1 longbow and 2 arrows of slaying, which is in D&D Beyond. You have
immediately give those over to Elle, obviously.
You have 1 regular healing potion, 1 greater healing potion, 1 ring of protection, 1 pearl of power, and 1 gem of Nekese, which I believe you should be able to find if you put that into your inventory. And then the cape and the circlet are called the Storm Cape and the Storm Circlet.
Yeah.
I will apologize in advance. Some of the homebrew stuff made a little bit in haste, so I'm sorry if they don't make 100% sense. We'll muddle through.
Okay.
Right. So the bow and arrows I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I assume your Mav's taking the Ring of Protection and Cece's taking the Pearl of Power.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm.
While you're divvying that up, I'm going to go for another week.
Do it,
I'm just
do
looking-
it.
It takes a bit of time to work out those things.
Nick, can you be finding the things and reading out what they do?
I mean,
Just
yeah.
for chat and for us, because I think there's no point in going.
So I've found the Gem of Nikese, the Storm Cape, and the Storm Circlet. I'm guessing those are the three.
Home. Yeah, can you let us know what they do?
Let's go. Okay, so the Gem of Nikese. A Gem of Nikese is named after Nikese, a god of fate. Fair. Many types of Gem of Nikese exist, each type a distinct combination of shape and color. When you use an action to toss one of these stones into the air, the stone orbits your head at a distance of 1 foot. Iron stone kind of stuff. Reserve. This vibrant purple prism has the following spells stored in it. I'm guessing that's protection from evil and good, enervation, but the damage is radiant, not necrotic, and flame strike. Whilst the stone orbits your head, you can cast any spell stored in it. The spell uses the slot level, spell save, spell attack bonus, and spell casting ability of the original caster, but is otherwise treated as if you cast the spell. So that's the Gem of Nikese.
What does the are you like? Does it grant you a plus to like Dex?
No, it gives you those
It
spells.
gives you the spells. Okay.
Not all Iron Stones give you a plus.
Yeah. Okay.
Storm Cape.
Yeah.
This cape is part of a set. Matching set. This light billowing cape of deep charcoal blue increases your wisdom score by 2. And then the Storm Circlet. This gold circlet has an onyx embedded in it. Once per day, you can use the circlet to cast haste on yourself. Shit. If all 3 storm items... Do we have 3 storm items?
You got the belt.
I've got the belt.
Oh! If all 3 storm items are worn, you gain a +2 to rolls to maintain concentration on spells. So, immediately, having this information sort of going through my mind, I go... Cece, that's a very fetching belt, and throw the other 2 bits at you. So you now have the Storm Cape and the Storm Circlet.
Wait, okay, I love this. I am very happy to take them. Let's check what all the other stuff is first, because if concentrating on things is better for you, Mav, then I'm happy for you to take them.
Do you know what concentrating on something is? It's good to concentrate on haste. And that way Mav can maybe take the Pearl of Power, because I think wizards can use them as well. So if Mav takes the Pearl of Power and the Gem of Nikese, I already have a +1 longbow if anyone can use a longbow. But I think
take this one.
Mine is a +1 longbow and also does something. But
okay.
That's fine.
Okay. Are you oh my goodness.
Yeah, you wear the 3 storms things. Mav is the Pearl of Power and the Gem of Nikese.
Are you sure you don't want the Pearl of Power, CC? Because that's 3. That's big. Having 3 spells.
I don't think she can attune to all of them, can she?
Yeah, I think you take it, because here's the thing. I'm not going to cast that many spells. I think I'm going to cast like a couple. Like
she's a hexblade.
I'm going to do a lot of attacking, and if I can do the haste and that stuff, like.
Cool. So long as you're happy with that. This is party sort of admin. I hope this is fun for you all.
Go ahead.
You've got everything you've got, Mav. Yeah.
Who's got the Ring of Protection?
Mav.
You sure?
So
your AC is. I mean, no one's AC is good, right? But.
Wait. Can I not? I don't want to metagame, but I also do in this sense of like. Lydia, did you have it in mind for Mav to have all the storm stuff, because it feels?
I never really do that. I wasn't. I put together a box of things that made sense for Elska.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, relax.
Hence why there's a +1 longbow, because I know that wouldn't, that's actually worse than what Els got, but you can't put arrows in a box without putting a bow in a box.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
So I've got the arrows of slaying. Mav's got the Mav. Are you okay in terms of attunement for the Pearl of Power, the Ring of Protection, and the Gem of Mikese?
Here's the thing. Let me check the Pearl of Power as to whether it's attunement, because if it is, then it's not. So yeah, that would mean that I'm fully stocked, but yes, it does mean that I have.
Cool.
Yeah,
And
okay.
you've got all the storm stuff.
Yes.
All three, yeah, the belt, the cape, and the circlet.
Yep.
You sure you're good with what you have currently?
I'm so happy with what I have.
I just also want to take a moment for Cece to imagine that she is wearing the most beautiful circlet with a gem in it, this billowing grey blue cape, this beautiful intricate rope belt over pink dungarees.
Yes.
Heck yeah.
She's styling.
This is level 8, guys.
It's either the dungarees or the Hessian swimsuit.
It's the dungarees.
So we have
this.
to...
I tell you what this is. This is how a child playing Jessup imagines themselves.
Yeah.
All right.
I am going to say, while Mav is doing this, Cece is going to write a letter. It's a real simple letter for if someone finds it, that's like, my name is Cecilia Akavea. This is what's happened. If we fail, I hope someone out there can stop him. And then probably a little something like to her wife, or like a separate letter that is an elongated apology, essentially.
Wonderful. Yeah, wonderful. Just for a second, I thought you were going to say that you were writing an extra apology to Nugget, the chicken, who's definitely perished.
Look, Nugget's death hit us all hard. We went to that was the first time we went to Elska and was like, bring him back. No.
I'm gonna grab
Not
one of
worthy.
I'm gonna grab one of the smoked fish. And weirdly, that is essential to what I'm doing. The smoked fish is key. But yeah, and I assume, Lydia, that these are the necessary arrows of slaying.
Yes, they are.
Cool.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right.
For her sworn enemy.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I figured
yeah.
as much.
Yeah.
Narratively, mostly. Yeah. I mean, I'm good to G2G, as they say, as the kids say.
I think I am too. I'm just checking.
The kids probably don't say that anymore, do they? I don't say it anymore.
Increases your wisdom score by 2. I'm good, so I'm just filling up with my sheet because I need to add the +2 manually, I think, but that's fine.
I think I will probably just pop upstairs for a second once I've sort of given everything to people and sort of like, you know, during preparations. I take a small pair of scissors with me, walk up the stairs into my room, cut the rose and pop it into my sort of like lapel, or you know, whatever the equivalent of a lapel is. I then the book that is currently on the table, I sort of I flick through, realize just how few pages there are of this sort of new story. Look at it for a second, put it on the table, and then from like between the mattress and the bed, sort of take out a slightly thicker tome, and lay that on top of the first. And it's a fairly plain sort of notebook. And I sort of open it to the front page, dip a quill in ink, and just write on the front, sort of the front page, the confessions of Maverick Spells, and just sort of put my hand on it for a second, and just kind of leave it there, similar to CC, just kind of so that hopefully it can be seen by whoever comes next. And yeah, I pop downstairs. Right.
Lovely.
How much time extra would it add if we swung by Av's shrine?
Well, we're gonna fight at Hudney, so
but Av's shrine is a little. It's not like when you get and walk straight towards. It's up a bit.
It'll give you like 15-minute, like
Cool.
it's not. Yeah, it's like
Cool. That's fine. Yeah, that's because Elle would want to do that because 'tis tradition.
cool. All right.
okay.
Well, suited and booted, and you will have this moment before you leave, or certainly Joltish is sort of stops before you go and just looks at each of you in turn. Let's go. And you turn and leave, walking over those rope bridges to the peninsula, getting back in the rowboat, pushing off towards, as the sun is setting towards the Temple Island. Now, what's your plan, guys? You're just
we need a plan?
You're just gonna turn up
Yeah,
and
that's a good point.
start blasting?
I would have explained to them like we have to strike quick, and things like invisibility and illusions isn't going to work. So my plan is, I think we go and ask him for a cup of tea, and then we like have like a word like what's a good word? Nugget. And as soon as someone says nugget, we go. So we all get a, ambush.
Should I hide?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I like that plan in principle, but
you can be at range if you'd rather. You and
I
Johnson
know. I sort of mean. I feel like the way we're dressed, it would be pretty obvious that you're currently wearing the clothes of the woman who was sworn to kill him. Mav is wearing elbow pads, and I have 3 quivers.
Right, but the ego on him, look, hold up, pretend you're him, yeah? Oh, this? Well, I thought you might like it. We got dressed up for you. See,
I've got a big penis and tiny balls. I'm being him.
Okay.
I wouldn't know.
Okay, so what do you suggest? That's just my suggestion. Do you guys have something better planned?
I was sort of thinking we just kind of
Okay, but here's the thing, you and Mav can, or whatever, from much further away.
I mean, I'll let y'all's walk ahead.
Then yeah, I guess we just walk in. We just
Imagine this, though. We, and points to Elle and Mav and themselves, we are hidden in the tree line or nearby, and you call him out, and then you summon your sword.
That would be, I like that, because here's the thing, I acted real interested in his god thing. Maybe I come over and I'm like, can we chat? I just want to discuss the grey thing. Can we discuss colour themes? And then you come out and I'll be like, I think grey shit, and I'll stab him, and then you guys know to go. How about that?
As long as you say nugget, because that's our target, right?
I'll yell nugget. Okay, I can do this. Yeah, I can do this. You all hide, get ready, and I'll walk, and I'll be like, hey, Oscar, let's chat. Plan?
You're so brave, Cecilia.
Thanks.
I'm sorry, but it really feels like those parents are like gone when their kids on the X Factor. I'm like, do you know what? I think my kid's the best singer in all of, and then it's just like, yeah, Cece, George is just asking you to just stroll up to a fallen battle angel and just like initially 1v1.
Yeah.
Catch me outside.
Doubt,
How about
Cecilia?
Yeah, don't doubt me. Look.
I mean, Elle said nothing. Right, that changes something.
Right, if you've got a plan, though, here's the thing. You've got to actually tell us what your plan is.
No, I know.
We have to keep him in that bit of land.
Yeah.
Don't let him leave,
And
or
if
he will.
You guys can hit him, but he'll
My
move
concern,
everything.
my concern is that if you said that he sees all and like invisibility doesn't work, I don't know how effective standing behind a tree will be.
Oh no, but I think it's like magic. Like I think he sees through magical like stuff, not like
Right.
he can see you hiding. I think it's worth a shot, right?
Yes, I mean, I can give you the protection of, and I point to the gem of Nekese. So it's more difficult for you to be hit by him.
Perfect.
if you so
Yeah,
wish.
let's do that. And I'll walk in, and I'll like pretend. I mean, like, look, the others aren't into it, but I'm kind of into the god thing, and I can maybe at least get him talking and get him chill, and then I'll yell nugget and we go.
Okay.
Let's do this.
Okay.
You are kind of approaching the.
My action economy. So basically, I had a spell I wanted to do at Av Shrine, but I also have Pass Without a Trace. So if the plan is to hide, but they're both concentration spells,
So you can't do both.
Okay.
which is that's fine. It's fine. We can. I'm going to go to Av Shrine. I'm going to lay one of my mother's arrows in the bowl. One of the two that the thing that tried to kill me had. And then I'm going to pull out. I'm going to pull out some, like a bundle of herbs, and I'm going to like light it, and then just as kind of like the bush of the herbs, I'm going to like pan it out, and then I'm going to cast Pass Without a Trace on everyone but CC.
Incredible.
You cast it on you anyway.
No, I know.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I get to also pick who else is affected.
Oh, you're just not pick. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Cool.
Everyone but you.
Incroyable.
And you make your way through that last, straight through the wooded area towards the glade.
Yeah.
Can I get a stealth check from everybody?
Yeah, you
You can
can.
certainly try.
Is that including Jax?
Yes.
So plus 10, Mav.
And Joltish.
And
Thank
Jolted.
you. 19.
Right. Elle got a
I'm really sorry. I need to pop to the loo. I'll be back.
33.
Joltish also got a 33.
Jax got a 25. God, having 3 numbers to add together is so much harder than 2 numbers to add together.
Okay. So, Cece,
Yes.
you walk boldly forward and you see through the darkness, you have 60 feet of dark vision. And as you step through those rows of crops, fake crops. You see, sat perched on a pile of logs outside the cottage with elbows on knees is the now large form of Oscar, who sees you, hops off the logs, walks forward a few steps, sees what you're wearing, stops for a moment, leans back to pick up his sword and twirls it as he steps forward. Hello, Cece.
Hi. Hi.
What an outfit, he says, pointing with his sword.
I know. It's wild what you can just find on the ocean floor, isn't it? Now.
I can't say I like it.
Well, I think I look good in everything, so I think that's a you issue. Can I do a real quick insight check of like, is there any point in fluffing this out any longer, or whether I should?
Yeah, roll insight. First of all, roll deception.
24 deception.
Yep. Yeah.
And insight. Oh, it's a bit better now. That's a 10.
It's really hard to tell. He certainly looks extremely suspicious, and you're wearing almost the full outfit of the person that imprisoned him for centuries. Yeah. So he is immediately on guard.
Okay. Then I think.
But he's listening. I mean, he's not holding his sword like ready to strike. He's holding it like it's like it's a jaunty cane.
Yeah. Okay. Then I think thinking about it, the fact that he's picked up his sword, seeing Cece, she's almost like, oh my love, I am so flattered that you think little old me is a threat. Me. I just came to chat.
Really? Well.
Yeah.
How interesting.
Yeah.
What would you like to chat to me about?
Well, I've never really been big on like the whole God thing, but I thought it sounded kind of cool. And it's something I think I'm thinking about more than the others. But if I'm honest, the color scheme it's just not gonna go. So I think we should really chat about that.
What do you think would be more complimentary?
Well, I'm quite fond of pink. Pink, passion, could go. Doesn't really fit with the thunder thing.
I thought for my symbol, and he begins to like raise his free hand and clouds start to form above him. I thought for my symbol could be a lightning bolt.
See, here's the real problem. I really want to continue this conversation, but you're just so basic, you nugget, and I stab him.
Just to confirm, I did cast protection from evil and good on you. Like back then, I was just
thank you.
I was just doing P.
I was trying to fluff until you came back, and then I was like, wait, I don't actually know what to say, because otherwise I could really get into this.
All right.
Plan.
Well, listen, guys, we're not going to start a fight at 10 to 10. So let us roll initiative now, and we will begin next session bringing down this fallen angel.
Holy.
15.
14.
Eltish rolled a 7. He's nervous.
Oh, buddy. I only rolled a 12, so not great for CC either. But do I get my attack off first? Because I was being.
Wait.
Oh yeah. Oh no. Yeah. Carry on. Don't worry about it.
Okay, so what was everyone's? I'm writing on a fucking chocolate bar packet here because I'm ill-equipped.
Ninja. I got 15. Mav got 14. Cece got a
12.
12.
Okay. So first up, in the initiative order is going to go Oscar, Elle, Mav, Cece, Joltush, and I'm assuming that Jax goes on your go, or you gonna, yeah.
Do we get
cool.
a surprise round, or was he completely aware of us the entire time?
He was not aware, but he was not surprised. He has his thing in hand. He was wary of her.
Yeah.
And he brought storm clouds. But you know what? Because you rolled a really good charisma, can I have, please, Cece, one additional? I feel like because you came wearing the clothes that you did, you had a massive disadvantage. But then you rolled really well, and you are a charisma class. So I'd like one final roll, and if you get over 20 in a deception check, you all get a surprise round.
This is pressure. Okay, I'm gonna roll it on D&D Beyond.
Here we go.
What is your modifier?
Oh,
I rolled a 21.
Woo-hoo! Yeah, it is that thing. I think that he's the way in which you said it, he's quite drawn into the way that you were talking. And there was a moment where he was really thinking about pink, and you used that moment to kind of like bamboozle him.
Yeah.
And so you will all get one round in before he has a chance to properly ready himself.
Thank you.
interesting.
Love that.
Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Guys, well done. We'll get straight into battle maps next week. Thanks for sticking with us, guys.
You're welcome.
That's it. We're into it. We're into it now, guys. The final
We're
stretch.
into it. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. Rooney, thank you very much for gifting a sub last week to Chris.
You rock.
Wonderful. Bex, thank you very much for resubscribing. Tom, thank you very much for resubscribing. Hey, Bud, that says 19 months, which means we are 5 months away from having been affiliated for 2 years.
Dang.
And Joshy Longlegs, thank you very much for resubscribing. For 7 months. Christ.
Yep.
Time do be doing it, don't it, guys?
It do be that.
Doing it. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us.
Yeah.
Check us out on socials and stuff. Join us in
See you
Discord.
tomorrow.
You know the good stuff. Have a good evening.
Bye, everyone.
Love.
Bye.